Welcome to Dear Alice, a lifestyle approach to interior design. Now, a quick word from our sponsor, Cabinets to Go. They have everything you need from design to installation, and with 200,000 cabinets available and ready to ship, your kitchen can be complete in weeks, not months. Right now, get a full custom 3D kitchen design of your new kitchen at cabinetstogo.com/Alice. That's a free custom 3D design of your new wow kitchen at cabinetstogo.com/Alice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dear Alice. Today, we're going to be talking about tips to transform your home for the holidays.
It's that time.
I know. So, and this could be anything. This could be your Thanksgiving, your Hanukkah, your Christmas, whatever it is that you guys believe in and want to celebrate. New Year's. Yeah. It's just a way of like making our homes feel more, I don't know.
It's just welcoming. I feel like this is the time of year where it's like for us in Utah, it's cooling down in December and we're like getting warmer. We're gathering. We're celebrating all these things in these cold months. And so your home obviously follows suit, and we get more layers, and we're going to talk about that and some of our favorite holiday traditions and ways to just make your house merrier.
Yes. Cheers. Do you guys can we start first by saying if we have favorite traditions? Corey, do you guys do anything in your family for any certain holiday?
So when I was growing up, we didn't really have like very many traditions. So now that I have like two kids, younger kids, and they're excited to, go out and do things, Mari and I have wanted to every year go out and just pick a couple new like decorations, whether that's adding it to the tree, if we find something cool that we like want for the home or something that they're really excited about. And last year, Grady, he's obsessed with trains. And so we picked out a train to go around the Christmas tree. And
Cute.
The downside of it is literally the last 12 months or 11 months, he's just been wanting to like get that bad boy out. And I'm like, hey, it's only Christmas, bud. That was the rule. So he's had to wait a whole year and he's so excited he's counting down the days to Thanksgiving.
Oh, so cute.
And he'll always remember that. Like, even like as a full adult, he'll be like, my dad used to get the train out.
Exactly.
Every year around the Christmas tree.
So you said Thanksgiving. So do you guys put up holiday as soon as Thanksgiving's over?
Yep.
So that night or the next day?
We'll probably do it the next day. Yeah.
Black Friday.
Yep.
Nice.
When do you put up yours?
Used to be the same. I remember growing up being like, okay, can we finish the dishes on Thanksgiving so that we can pull out the tree? And I remember my mom being so tired, but being like, yeah, we can do that. But that's a big day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But just being so excited. And then once I was old enough, my mom just trusted me to decorate the whole tree. But I needed like my dad to carry up all the bins and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've always loved, we celebrate Christmas in my home. And my husband grew up Jewish, but his dad is Methodist. So they celebrated both Hanukkah and Christmas in their home, which is like the ultimate.
Yeah, for real. Lucky him.
Fun. I know. Can you imagine? Yeah. Cause you were one grandparents on one side, celebrate Hanukkah, the other on the other side. So you just got to be all inclusive. It's super fun.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. I love it. What's your favorite tradition?
Gosh.
That you're just like so excited for every year.
Yeah. There's so many that are so fun. I'm trying to think what my kids love. Like the usual matching pajamas is so fun. It's actually like ludicrous right now because there's 6 kids in my family to begin with. Everybody's married. So it's 12 adults plus my parents, which makes 14.
It's an investment.
My mom gets matching pajamas for all the women and all the men and all 22 grandkids. The girls and the boys.
That's
and sometimes
wild.
the older teenagers and older, they don't match the younger kids.
Yeah.
So for when we all get together, we open our pajamas first, then we sit around for our family party in our pajamas, which is so fun. And then we go into like the white elephant party and the shopping game and so many things, but it's the same thing every year. And sometimes people put a twist on it and we're all very loud and it's really fun and funny. And it's just so fun to be with your siblings. And for some reason being dressed alike and in pajamas makes it really fun and funny and casual and like brings a lot of unity, I think. How about you, Sue? What do you guys do?
I was about to say, for a good time, invite a Luke and Gay. Like, seriously, your siblings are so much fun. Like,
they are
honestly.
So fun.
And like, I had your brother over and like immediately just like, there's just like an energy to the room. Like you guys just like are spark plugs. Oh, it's really fun. So a whole room of you guys. Yeah. 22 grandkids and matching pajamas.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a lot.
That's fun. Mine all revolve around, like music and food. Honestly, like my mom, she has this she had it restored. It was her grandmother's, this old player piano. So she collects piano rolls. And so like we always get together, like our family's big and loud also. And like, she just has like all these Christmas piano rolls that the kids are always like pumping the pedals and she's singing. And then every year, my aunts and her and my sisters and everybody, I only have one. Anyway, we get together and we make my grandpa's peanut brittle. And we do this like at the beginning of December so that we can like make it, package it up. And that's like usually what we deliver. And it's so lovely. I know not everybody likes peanut brittle. And for my whole childhood, I didn't quite get it. Like put in my ice cream, like cool. Like, but.
Is that the peanut brittle you've given me before? Yeah, I do not like peanut brittle, but I love that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's almost so carbonated good. And like, but it's just like such a fun tradition. My mom's kind of short and she just has this cauldron of a thing that she's stirring the brittle. And then like everybody has like their station. One person's pouring, one person's taking it out, one person's breaking it, and one person's bagging it. And it's this whole Santa's workshop.
Amazing.
Of peanut brittle, and like it smells a certain way and she starts super early. So like it's just such a nostalgic like smell, memory, taste.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's fun in my mom's kitchen. We've like framed a lot of like recipes from her dad and her mom and her just family growing up, and just like the peanut brittle recipes like framed beautifully in our kitchen, and my grandpa's beautiful penmanship. And anyway, and there's always like the Carpenters is always playing.
Such good holiday.
We're always
tunes.
listening to the Christmas Portrait album. And anyway, so a lot of it's that. New Year's, she makes donuts, homemade. So everything revolves around food, guys.
So
food and music.
How many bags of peanut brittle do you guys pump out in a day?
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's hundreds. She has a scale. We weigh it. Someone's like at the weight thing. Like we put it in the cellophane, you're weighing it, you're tying it with like the twisty ties, people that want their own ribbon. I have my own ribbon. So I'm tying my own ribbon on there. And it's so fun. And it's fun because now my nieces and her granddaughters and children have been part of it. And Nolan will probably like, I'm going to invite him to like, if he wants to be a part of it, like it's just, I don't know. It's just a hazing, like learning how to make grandpa's peanut brittle.
That's so cool.
And yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. Like, yeah, I don't even want to talk about my mom leaving because I'm like, someone else is going to have to host this thing.
How old your mom is?
She's 78, you guys. 77. I apologize, Mom. So sorry. She's 77, but she's a firecracker and just like, she just still takes control of the party. And she buys all the stuff. She buys the bag. She buys everything, tens and tens of pounds of peanuts. And anyway, but it is so much fun. And like the holidays for me, especially, just like all the senses are ignited and like, you just like, oh, I just love it. There was this one year too. And it's probably my favorite batch of photographs. It was before my grandma died. And that was my grandpa's, obviously her husband's recipe. And I had one of my best friends who's a photographer come and photograph the whole scene. Oh. And those are priceless. I've had her do that for that and for donuts. So I would say for anybody, like if you have a tradition that you want to capture that like before someone passes away, capture it.
That's great.
And so you just always have that because it really is. Holidays are emotional. Holidays are hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's say that out loud real fast. You know, you've lost people or you had voids of things. And so I don't know, this is kind of a way to reset your own holiday.
Yeah.
And make it what you want it to be, whether you're starting new traditions and a new family or reliving old traditions,
Yeah.
Like peanut brittle. But yeah.
So fun.
Totally.
Anyway.
Susan's you're how far from your mom's house?
No, I'm like 20 minutes. 20, yeah.
So she's still very much like a big part of your week. You see her every Sunday, right?
Yeah. She watches my kids once a week and yeah, she's a lover.
Yeah. That's so fun.
So, yeah, it is fun.
How far away are your parents, Corey?
I'm not close with my mom at all. So, but my dad lives in North Carolina, so way far.
Yeah. So they're not really a part of your every day or your every week traditions.
No.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving, we're huge Dallas Cowboys fans. So him and I were always talking, calling about the game. And that's what,
Yeah, that's what
Thanksgiving is to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget how much energy there is around sports, but ever since football started, like my husband is a different guy. He's just so excited.
I can't write it down on paper why sports and football and specifically is so fun. It just is. I don't know. It's like
Friday Night Lights.
It's almost more college ball than professional football, right?
Yeah. It's just,
anyway,
I love the Dallas
and he's
Cowboys.
just flipping between channels constantly. It's not like he's watching one game, he's watching all the games or he's at a game, you know? So yeah, there's a real togetherness around sports. So that's super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like cheering for your team. It's like, it's the camaraderie.
And then your family gets into it because you're into it and there's this like energy in the room and it's just, you have your high fiving, you know,
there's food.
I think for
everyone.
That's for men, maybe some women too. And I think for women, like when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of the Macy's Day Parade being on in the background.
I love it.
And then like all of anybody that loves to cook is in the kitchen and we're all making our dish and making sure that the timing of the dish will be ready at 4:00 because that's time we eat every year. Some years I think my mom's moved it up even. Maybe it's a lunch meal now.
So you
and then
we have your third and fourth meal.
Yeah,
after.
Totally. Yeah, it's just obscene the amount of food that we make. But the Macy's Day Parade is always a part of the sound that's happening. Yeah, it's just so fun.
Have you ever been to the Macy's?
I don't think so, huh?
I've always wanted to go, like in New York City in the fall, like. It'd be so amazing. That'd be so awesome.
I went a long time ago, but it was, it's just that whole like inviting of the season, you're like, it's Macy's Day Parade.
It's here.
We're ready. We're ready for
we do the same
holidays.
Things every year. And that's what's fun. I think sort of moving into holiday decor, there is this things mean something to you because it's the same star you've always put on top of the tree. It's the same thing that your so-and-so gave you as a gift or so-and-so made in first grade. And we still put that magical little ball with their little handprint or whatever it is on the tree. So it's hard sometimes to change decor for some people because Christmas, at least I'm talking about Christmas because that's what we celebrate in my house. It's, it's about memories and it's about tradition and it's not necessarily always about something new. And so when we're thinking about what we're going to buy for our own store, you know what I mean? Like we're trying to think about what's going to be beautiful and fun, but like what also might be able to be a memory or what might enhance the memories that they already have that they're putting on their tree. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, but somebody's got to start somewhere and some people don't have any decor yet. And so we're here for that as well. So we're just going to kind of break it down on this podcast and talk about how we're going to transform our homes for whatever holidays it is that we're celebrating.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Okay. First question. I mean, here again, we're celebrating Christmas, most of us. What kind of tree do you have? Do you do real or faux?
That's a good question. Well, we're a faux tree because I want to put my tree up right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, girl.
And growing up, though, we always had real. We didn't have room for a faux tree. And faux trees weren't as in season. So we would always go.
Probably not as beautiful.
Yes, agreed.
Really
back
beautiful.
then, they were not beautiful. Yeah. So, we would always go to the Christmas tree lot. I'm trying to think if my dad's ever cut down a tree. Sorry, Mom, I can't remember that. But I remember going to Christmas tree lots and like my dad would, they lean on these angled boards. So you'd pick them up and he'd spin it around with his big, strong hand and we'd look at it from all angles. And, you look for some balance, but also the irregularity in those pockets.
Charlie Brown little
you can
moments.
put some of your big ornaments in, or you can really see the ornaments better with more bald spots, to be really fair. So we used to do that and the smell of that's amazing. So what I try and do to bring in that smell and that feel is I have a faux tree, but I go buy the fresh garland from Costco and that gives me the smell. And I use that on my railings.
That's awesome. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
That. What about you, Cor?
Last year was the first year we did faux tree, but before that we would just get a tag and we'd go tag it and bag it and cut it down ourselves.
Which is fun. That's very
Christmas
Clark.
vacation.
That's very Clark Griswold of you.
Exactly. Yeah. You get to go out into the wild. I think it's because we had Demi and she was a tiny baby last year. So we're like, we can't do that. But yeah, it really is fun. So I think when the kids get older, we'll probably do that again. And it's just fun having just out in the wild. They're so irregular, and it's just cool finding that one, picking it, cutting it down.
Totally.
So.
Yeah. That's real. How about you, Sue?
We usually do real. Like we have gone and cut it down, and which is really, really fun. And like my son is 7 now. So he would probably really dig that. But there's this rad little tree lot up on this in Grandview, on Grandview Hill. And it's called Baums, Baums. And he's just this dude and like his little Rambler is like not a huge property, but it's like they're the best, freshest trees. And they flock them there if you want them flocked. So we've done that before. So yeah, I love a real tree. I have had fake trees before. I've had like the wiry white lit ones that are really fun. But now what I usually do, just because, again, there's just so few weeks to appreciate all the hard work of Christmas.
Yeah.
That I think I like decorating in November. So I'll get everything up. We have beautiful garlands. So I have faux garland on my mantle that we'll kind of talk about our favorites here in a second. So all that's faux. And then I usually wait till like first week of December or last week of November. Well, that's Christmas or no, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bombs will usually go first weekend of December and go pick out our tree, which is really, really fun. I do love the smell.
And you
it's
strap
messy.
it on top of I guess you have a truck now. So you probably used to strap it on top of a car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, or get grandma's minivan or something. But it's the thing about real trees is lighting that sucker is a pincher, man.
It
like
really is.
It is, because I love a well lit tree, and so I have a lot of lights on them. So it's just like you wear gloves or you just like deal with the pokes,
Especially when it's dried out and trying to get them off.
I kind of do it you and Adam, because you put the tree up and Adam has to take it down, right?
Yep.
Same with Tom.
Yeah.
I like that rule.
He puts it together and makes sure all the lights work. And then I decorate it all without him.
Good system.
And then he takes it all down, and he's so fastidious. He likes to wind up everything and put it in bins just so, and take the tree apart and then takes it down. So he definitely has more work. I get to do the fun part. But yeah, it's all tradition. We always do it the same way every way. It's not every year. It's
really
not fun.
is.
Awesome.
It really is.
This podcast is supported by Cabinets to Go. Whether you're looking for or to simply replace a few cabinets or a fully custom remodel, Cabinets to Go is your one-stop destination. They have been seen on HGTV's Dream Home. Cabinets2go.com is your one-stop renovation destination. They have everything you need from design to install, with over 200,000 cabinets available, ready to ship. Guys,
No
That's
way.
wild. That's so wild.
do you know what that means in this marketplace?
You can actually get a kitchen done before interest rates go up.
Right.
Like
and
how?
you don't have to go to IKEA.
Yeah, and get this. They have countertops, flooring, and more. And they've been featured in a ton of HGTV shows.
Get down.
Not lying. Absolutely true.
That's amazing. Well, right now, if you guys want, you can get a full custom 3D design of your new kitchen at cabinets2go.com/Alice. That means you get to see your kitchen before you even order it.
It's just so helpful, I think, for everybody on this podcast. You love design, but you want help visualizing it.
Yep.
They got you.
That's what this means. That's a free custom 3D design of your new wow kitchen at cabinets2go.com/Alice. Okay, so that's set up for Christmas. Let's talk about the garlands.
Yeah.
Every year we have the same garland at Alice Lane. It's been our favorite for at least a decade.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Orem.
It's a long, it's a really long needle pine. And so it doesn't hurt to work with it and twist it around things. And it's a bestseller. It sells out every year, like within the first weekend. And people just come for it. They bring their friends for it. They buy more of it. They just love it. So we've already put it on our website. So if you guys are looking for the perfect garland, we believe we have it. And it is, our long needle pine garland. We also have branches of it. So if you have like a big jar, you take the lid off, maybe you have cherry blossoms in it or magnolias, you take those out and you put in these beautiful long needle branches. Again, easy to work with. And as far as like how many, I have the big white temple jar. With the crystals, the crystal shell jar. So I right now I have 24 white cherry blossoms in it.
Yeah, girl.
I used to think 12 was the number, and then I tried double that.
More is more and less is a bore.
You guys, it's like Ralph Lauren moved into my house. It's so amazing.
You just got your jar got microbladed.
Yeah, it's just so amazing. It's just like big and extraordinary. Cool. And I love it so much. I actually have my cherry blossoms up. I need to replace it with the long needle branches. But yeah, I mean, the branches on the long needle itself aren't super big. So I think you definitely, depending on the size of your jar, you're going to probably go from anywhere from 12 at a minimum or 14 up to 24. Yeah. And it just looks so pretty. And you want to bend those every which way so they look real and pull some down around the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks amazing. So that's a favorite candle to try and get that smell like in your entryway.
Everyone, you've all had Fraser fir. It's amazing. You get them at the grocery store. We sell it. I think do we still sell it? I don't know.
Fir. I think
we have
do.
historically.
We do, yeah. We get in a smaller shipment now. We used to get a huge one in because we love a second scent just as much.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's this one called Branch for Mill from Veluspa. And it's that's like my January. Like I get them because I'm like, that one carries just like a good winter smell. So like I like having two because sometimes just the pine is too much. Like you have your real tree, you have all these things, you have a pine, and it's beautiful and it smells amazing. But I don't know, like a secondary scent, I just think is quite nice.
Yeah.
In addition to the pine, I think they pair really well together.
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm the same. I only, except for with the branch, no, not the branch for meal, the other one. Fraser fir. I get the diffuser so that it's just always, it's like always working. And then I get the candle of the branch for meal to layer it in that way.
Yeah, and it's so pretty. They do a really good. I like the size of their candles on our crystal candle dish, and they're kind of mercury, and so like the light kind of pierces through, like the actual cylinder, and it's just beautiful, and it creates such a mood.
I have sad news. They're discontinuing branch for meal, so this is the last year. We will have it.
I'm gonna go on strike.
I know, and I'm
so
have to
ticked
tell
off.
you, with the new one, I smelt it because they were so excited about the new jar and everything. It's not right.
You can't smell it.
I couldn't smell it.
Like they had it lit and she's like, can you smell this? I was like, smell what? Like there's nothing to smell. And she's like, it's a new candle. And then she told me the bad news. And I was just like blasphemous. Like I was so ticked off. So I'm still mad. I'm going to be mad.
The branch for mail should be available online. So you guys should grab those before anybody else hears.
Stock them like TP in 2020, guys. Like,
before anybody else hears this podcast. Anybody that's not listening, you guys grab the branch for meal and get it in any size. We get the 3-wick because it's just gorgeous. And we get the big crystal candle dish.
It's so beautiful.
So pretty. So that's what we do for garland and for scents. Yeah.
Like just real fast, back to the tree. Like what like ornaments do you have like that are evergreen that you always do? And what have you added like in years past? Because again, we're always like our holiday is just to kind of make a statement. It's kind of a splash. We're not heavily stocked, but it's usually based off of like fashion shows and just some like more interesting ornaments. Like what stuff are you excited to pull out of the box?
Ooh, I have this whole collection. Do you remember the pig with the tutu on? What's that again?
I got the big pig.
I know. Yeah. What's the collection called again? Do you recall?
Damn it.
Anyway,
I can try to look it up. I don't know.
There are all these really cute little characters and they're dressed up for Christmas and they're like hand painted. And I have the whole collection of the 12 Days of Christmas. And like, it'll be real frogs, like 2 of them hung together and they're like in tuxedos. So like the frogs are leaping. And so that's a really fun tradition. It's fun to be able to teach your kids. So that's always a staple. As far as all the other stuff, I can't remember. I just know like I always look forward to, Patience Brewster.
There we go.
I always look forward to those. And I've had them like since we had our other store. So it's got to be at least a decade, right?
Yeah. A long time ago.
Yeah. And then I always forget to buy the new ornaments because I'm always setting up those trees and getting all ready and buying it. And so I feel like I already own it. And then people take it all away and they buy it. And I'm like, dang it, I should have bought some of that. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
So this year is going to be really, really beautiful.
My favorite thing that I wasn't able to put it up last year just because I had a destructive child and I probably won't be able to put them up this year for the same reason. But we were gifted. One of my most favorite trees that I've ever seen is we went to a client's home and she had this like incredible property. She had this like beautiful, tall, skinny, gorgeous live tree. And it was just white lights and like hundreds of these like glass crystals, ornaments, just icicles,
glass icicles. Yeah.
Glass icicles. And it was just that. And it was like,
and they go on the tree with copper wires. So they go right up against the branch. So it looks like they formed on the branch. They're not like hanging down with a string. No. So you don't think of them as being ornaments. You just see this like frozen tree with icicles dripping and white lights and silver pine cones. Yeah, and it's so sophisticated and beautiful and effortless. Yeah, I still love that. And then she bought us a box of those.
They sell them through Sundance. I don't know if they still do or not, but yeah, we were fortunate enough to meet the gal that created them, and she gifted some to us, and they're like treasures. I just love those things so much. It completely elevates it and makes it magical and storybook and ethereal. Yeah, and all the things, and it pairs well. Like I have a pretty like whimsy classical Christmas, but just like lots of transparent glass bulbs. I got some of the bird clips from last year. Oh yeah. And I love those. So cute. Kind of like this winter song, you know? And then every year I have my kids like pick out an ornament just because they're at that phase and I want them to be excited and they get so jazzed to help. And
That's sweet.
Anyway, it's really fun.
I love that. So. You probably have more ornaments in room than branches.
For sure. Yeah, I do.
Totally.
Which is fun because you can kind of, I don't know, every year you can kind of like reset your tree, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can just be like, this is what I'm feeling this year.
Yeah. There was a lot I didn't put up since I got the birds and they took up quite a bit of room. And I'm like, okay, mic drop. I got to walk away. It's really great. I'm going to stop.
Totally.
It's all not breakable. So again, your station in life will also dictate what you put on your tree and in your decorations.
Besides a tree, what other rooms do you decorate in your house for Christmas?
Really? I mean, like our living room, the mantle, my entry, that table, I'll switch up obviously like the candles, like the florals. Mm-hmm. We kind of mentioned that. I'm not one really to like do anything in my bathroom. I don't get like hand towels or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not necessarily specific to Christmas or any actual holiday, but I think it is just like more of the furs. Mm-hmm. And again, we've talked about this before, like extracting all the spring and party brights, and you're just going to more textures, right?
Your velvets and furs and mohairs.
Yeah, and zebras and just like that very Ralph Lauren layered look. I just think is fabulous. And doing candlesticks on your mantles and I think it's lovely. Oh gosh, we have these one little things that are so cute. I gave you a couple.
Oh yeah.
And it's like an old, like, is it Swedish? Anyway, these little candles, like you put a little tea light in them and they spin like the actual flame creates like this spinning thing. And we got them at this cute little art boutique here in Utah Valley. And they have tons of different ones and they're just so fun. And so just, I think just like candles, light, like the movement
for them. It's almost like a windmill that's not vertical, but sitting on top of the piece, it causes it to spin. I'm sure that all of you guys know what we're talking about, but
so sorry.
It's like a fun little all brass toy that's just like magical the way it works and fun to admire on a coffee table or it could be a mantle or wherever, but it's dreamy. I still have mine out. Yeah. They're beautiful.
So anything that's like with motion, magical, I think that's what makes it feel.
And when the light hits it too, like ours, we have one and like we sit it by a window. And so when it's spinning and like the light hits it, it's
magic.
Yeah, it really is. It's awesome.
For the bedroom, do you guys decorate or just mostly fur blanket at the foot of the bed?
Whole tree. No.
Whole tree, every bedroom, bathroom too.
No, but I'll carry the scent in there.
Yeah. Other than that, it's kind of the main room. I put like my white ruched fur blanket at the foot of my bed, but it's just more of like a winter feel, but not Christmas. It's not like Christmas plaids or wreath above my bed or anything like that. Yeah. We just kind of make the house more layered and wintry and it just feels cozy everywhere. And then specific holiday is just kind of in the main room for us.
Yeah. Exterior is really fun though too. Cause you get like from Costco, like I get the real wreath sometimes. And then like their cedar bough I put on our like entry and have it like dripping to the floor. And it's just like, I don't know, it just welcomes people with that smell as they wasp through,
So beautiful.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about favorite gifts to give.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cheerio. Go first.
The candy dish, the pink candy dish. Okay. I love that.
Well, and you created that for this very purpose. You're like, I don't have enough to give to all the people I want to give it to.
I actually think more than Christmas, it'd be a really great hostess gift for Thanksgiving. Ooh, because then they'd have the candy dish out for all the holiday season. Mm-hmm. I hate it when somebody gives me a seasonal item and it's like on Christmas Day, I'm getting a Christmas spatula from my other side of the family.
You got to hurry and make something really quick.
What am I doing quick? It's too late. Or Christmas hand towels. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this now that it's Christmas is over tomorrow?
Awesome.
I'm like,
put it in the box.
Don't give a seasonal gift on Christmas.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I just had to throw that out there because it's just so hysterical. And I just expect it and it happens every time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. My daughter Jane knows how I feel about it. So she's always like, I'm using the seasonal spatula, Mom. It's like August. Good job, Jane.
Favorite gifts to give and get, or let's talk about both of them.
Yep.
What do you usually get for Adam?
Oh gosh.
Put you on the spot there.
I know. Yeah. He's kind of practical, but the things that he likes, I mean, Corey said something the other day that you loved getting.
Yeah.
He would love the same thing. Why don't you say what you love?
Cologne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, tell him how many bottles you would like. Cause this is really nice for women to get to hear this.
Totally.
Or if you're married to a man and you're a man, I think this is really great to hear.
Yeah. I mean, I think I could go 10 to 15, honestly.
Bottles of cologne.
Yes.
Different ones.
Yep. Just to see what I'm feeling for the day.
Yeah. And if they're all in a handsome tray, then you just feel like you're just like living in a boutique hotel. And
Exactly.
Just like your scent of the week,
Super fancy. I love it too.
That is very cool.
That's so fun. Adam asked me to get him a bracelet because he always wears like a couple stacked bracelets.
I've noticed that. And I like that about
Yeah.
Adam. It's like his thing. It's cool.
Yeah. So I bought him like a few of them just recently to like stack with, one of his really special ones. But like he likes to keep these very sentimental. So he likes to keep those things on his body. And I know bracelets are kind of on trend right now for guys. Mm-hmm. And then Adam likes it if I just buy him clothes because I think he thinks too hard about it. And, and me, I just get to go, oh yeah, that looks like something he'd love. And I know his size and I buy it for him. And that's so easy for him because then he doesn't have to think so hard as if he's buying it himself.
Yeah.
He just gets paralyzed by all the options. Mm-hmm. So you're like, oh no, it's not that deep. And don't buy skinnies. Those are out of style, or he's like, who says, And I'm like, well, just look at what's going on.
The man says,
yeah. Instagram told me. Yeah. So, I think stuff like that. As far as like gifts from the store, I really love the crystal picture frames. I think if you're really hung up on what to give someone that seems like they have everything, giving them a moment of their life back of like, whatever it is.
In their prime or your favorite, where you thought they were the most like so beautiful and you're like, I can't kick this image out of me.
It's just like such a beautiful moment in time. For some reason, my parents must be going through stuff in their attic to get rid of things. And so they keep sending me pictures of my kids when they were little and me with them. And I'm like, I need to just make that black and white and put it in a frame. All these just like cute little moments frozen in time. Maybe a tooth was lost or do you know what I mean? They were singing a holiday song or they have their favorite toy or there's so many just candid moments that put in a beautiful frame you'll want to keep out forever. And I know frames mean a lot. Do you want to talk about your mom and her obsession with pictures?
Yeah, she loves. My mom is fun because she like over the years, like we give her pictures, right, of our family, of our kids on their school pictures. And I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but I gave her a picture of Nolan 2 years ago. So he was in kindergarten, such a cute school picture. And ever since, she's just like, well, where's his first grade picture? And surely you have a second grade picture. Will you be getting me those? Like, I need to put them up. And she just has this mantle just chock full of frames of all her kids. And she has a digital picture frame. And it's just this constant moving, like, conversation. Whenever anyone's there, they're like, oh my gosh, do you remember that time? Like, look how tall you were. Look how short you were. Anyway, it's just a fun way to just like go down memory road, and just like remember a time, just decades ago even, and just like even her in her youth. Like I remember we had a celebration for her. I think it was for her 70th birthday. And we printed all these like really beautiful pictures of my mom and them growing up. And they're just so fun to look at. And so anyway, I just think it's beautiful for her. She's an empty nester now. None of us are home. I still see her a great deal, but she wants us around her.
Yeah.
And so it's a beautiful gift to give to your parents, to your grandparents, to just anybody that's helped raise you at all. Like just to give them a little memory of something that was special to you and to them. I just love the idea. And I love our crystal picture frame because it doesn't take away from other stuff. It just like, just glows. It
beautifully just like illuminates that moment. It's all about the picture and not about the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple different styles. Some are just very simple, but 5x7, 4x6 kind of thing. And it's fun to open and it's really special and meaningful, which, I think the holidays are all about remembering. When you think about the ornaments and the decor, it's like the way that you've always done it or the way that your mom taught you to do it. Or do you know what I mean? It's very nostalgic holiday, I feel like. So yeah. Beautiful time for the season. So anyway, those are a few tips to transform your home for the holidays. And
I'm so excited.
A few fun memories.
Totally in the mood.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I want to get it all out. I know some people do it after Halloween. So
It's too long.
It's too long for your life tree, but yeah, it's a good time of year. So thanks for listening, guys. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, again, just send them to Dear Alice at aliceleinhome.com.
And now a word from our sponsor, Cabinets to Go. The kitchen is the heart of the home, and according to real estate experts, upgrades to the kitchen is one of the best ways to add the most value and joy to your home. Right now, get a full custom 3D design of your new kitchen at cabinetstogo.com/Alice. That's a free custom 3D design of your new wow kitchen at cabinetstogo.com/Alice.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you like our show, please leave a 5-star rating.